He's on my head. Hi guys.
Hello. Welcome to Grow Your Understanding.
Hello.
We're gonna do something different today. So we have an old orchid. It's not doing too hot. The flowers haven't bloomed in a couple of, it's probably a year, maybe longer.
Flower.
And it's a flower. And based on some preliminary research, I believe it's just the roots are not in the right media, so it's kind of just dormant or not very happy. So we're gonna try and transfer it into this jar. We already have some rocks at the bottom. We got some other rocks here. And then we got a bunch of these baby turtles.
Hello, he's one of them.
You got to put it more into the middle because it's not on the camera right now. No, more this way. Abby, more this way.
And these
Look at my
are
hand.
two
Look at my hand.
big
More this way. There you go.
amethysts over here.
And then we got two amethysts that are going in and should be able to create a nice little centerpiece in the house. So we'll get going on that. We're gonna have to be careful. But for starters, we got to clean out the roots. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I think for starters, we got to clean out the roots. So we'll get going with that. And hopefully we don't end up killing the thing completely.
Okay.
Should we start?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start by pulling this guy out of here, and it comes in this little plastic container, so we can set aside this pot for now, maybe use it for one of those grapefruit seeds that we have. And then we gotta dump, let's go ahead and take these clips off and get these sticks out. Yeah, right. And just so you know, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. I just went on Google and kind of learned this myself. So I'm gonna take these sticks out. And so from what I can tell online is when they plant these orchids for sale, they put them into like a dirt, soil, and like moss media at the bottom here to stabilize the roots. Which ends up, which isn't like their natural habitat at all. Orchids grow on the side of trees and off branches and stuff, so they're used to very little soil while they are growing, so they actually don't need to be watered much. The watering directions on this plant in particular are a few ice cubes worth of water every, I don't know, few weeks. So they are used to having very little water. And so the media that they use to transport them to keep the roots stable and stuff actually isn't the best for them. So we're gonna shake off as much of this as we can.
That has a lot of roots.
Yeah, and you can see it's kind of the shape of the bowl there. And then they got this, can't really see it, but this foam plug in the middle here.
Where?
That is probably where the whole thing, the whole root system was started. And we're just gonna kind of bust that out. Hopefully I don't kill nothing. Get rid of that. Come and have a look, Simon.
Yeah. Look at that.
So,
it's kind of
sorry.
bones.
So these roots actually, interesting thing, like these are probably, most of these are probably shot or weak or dead. But these roots actually, from what I can tell, what I've seen online, actually they're actually doing okay on the inside. But I'll show you an example. This guy here, sorry.
You're killing the plant.
No, I'm not killing it, don't worry. At least I think I'm not killing it. So the way that these root systems work, it's actually quite neat. And I've just learned this all off YouTube myself pretty much, but you'll see in the middle of this root system there's a little string. That's the actual root. The rest of this swollen stuff is what grows on the side of the tree when it's rooted onto a trunk, and it absorbs water whenever it rains and holds on to the water so that if it doesn't rain for a while, the rest of the plant can stay alive. So that's neat. Kind of like a cactus, I guess, but it's in the root system itself instead of storing it above ground in the plant. So I'm just gonna go and shake all of this stuff. We do have a bit of root rot, some dead root going on here. I forgot my clippers, so we are gonna have to grab those and we're gonna trim off all the dead root. We're gonna trim off the flowering bits, the antenna here. And yeah, we'll trim that off. The nose pickers. And then we'll start repotting it. Kind of awkward filming like this. I got my
And the kids
clippers here,
space too.
and we are going to clip off
Space
whatever roots look dead here.
The keeps going space when he goes in space. So, let's do a short battle, Sean.
Guys, you can do that somewhere else. This is getting a little bit ridiculous here. It's April 5th, and we just had a major snowstorm. I'm sitting here. We're waiting for spring so that we can put all these guys outside. Like, look at the size of this tomato plant. He's running out of room. All these guys are running out of room. And we're still getting snowstorms. Although, on a positive note, it is supposed to be like +8 this weekend, so that is going to turn into a really hot mess. Just a regular April here in Canada. Snowstorm. Kind of normal this time of year. At least one last hurrah before the spring thaw comes in full. So, yeah, that's fun. So the snow continues to fall. Went and grabbed my dad's tractor, and we're going to be clearing snow for the evening. So much for getting the plants planted outside anytime soon. I mean, it's supposed to warm up, so like I said, it's gonna be melting pretty quickly. You're gonna get messy, but still. Okay, so we got the roots really cleaned up. I think they look much better. All the root rot, or much of the root rot that was in there, is gone. So that's what it looks like now. And then that's kind of what we trimmed off. So now we get to the fun part, which is putting it back into here. So I kind of want to build a bit of a center structure to keep this up a little higher. So I want it to sit kind of like that. You can see that, and then kind of surround the rocks with that. So we want to put the bigger rocks in the middle. So we're going to put some of these guys on the outside. I'm going to put this big amethyst kind of as a center root piece. Kind of try and fill it up. I'm trying to contrast kind of white and purple here a bit. So okay, so put that there. So we got a bit of a base in there, a rock, kind of centered a bit so we can actually get our roots around it. Okay, so now we need to slide these little turtles in here. Abby, which one were you keeping for your room?
This one.
That one? Okay. So then I'm going to slide the little turtles kind of on the outside of the glass so you can see them. So now we got these kind of like these little turtles. Hopefully you can see them in there. Those are going to be like highlights. So now we're going to drop the orchid in there. And honestly, we're just going to, I think we're going to have to take a couple of the longer roots off. But for now, we're going to give it some water so that it can get going. I'll do that, and then...
It needs ice for water.
Well, it doesn't actually. And then, so right now, I'm going to actually soak it. I'm going to give it a bit too much water so that it can reestablish itself, and then we'll keep you updated as here. Let's just go like this. There's me and Abby. We'll keep you updated as the roots start to take off a bit, and we'll start to see if we'll see if new
the flower growing.
Is that a turtle flower?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll start to see if some new flowering structures come out of the base here, but as you can see, it does need a little bit of stabilizing. It wants to lean over. Can you please? Yeah, so we'll see if that starts to come back. So, okay, so here we have it all set up. The roots are they're still a little black, a little bit of leftover root rot. I tried to get rid of most of it, but it's still a little bit in there. Hopefully they get a little healthier moving forward, but should start to hopefully see this guy liven up a bit and kind of give you an update as we go. Okay, so we're about a week out from when we transplanted this orchid. So far, I'm not seeing any new growth, really. It's not looking any worse. It's not looking any better. But it hasn't died yet, so that's a real benefit. Or, yeah. We'll give it some time, and we'll keep you updated in the shorts or on TikTok. And, yeah, if you want to see what's going on, subscribe or comment, like, make suggestions. Yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will catch up with you on the next one. Have a good day.